banks are going to be pushing to be custodians for your crypto assets, and I'm not sure that's a good idea. Do we want fractional banking of our crypto assets? I don't. Today, we're going to talk about DeBanking again, one of my favorite topics, because not only do I love cryptocurrency, Web3, blockchain, but I love the idea that we can essentially hold all of our own assets instead of having them custodied with like a bank or whoever it may be. And then we can also leverage those things to get loans and whatnot. And I've got a whole playlist on DeBanking, so I'm not going to get into all of that. But if you've been watching my DeBanking episodes, or if you haven't, please subscribe. I talk about the fact that I'm starting out with essentially Ethereum because it has a high loan to value ratio, and it seems to be one of those that I believe obviously is the second largest market cap, and because of what it's capable of, I believe it's going to continue going up and to the right, which is the type of asset you want when you're getting loans. Because, for example, you get a loan of a stablecoin against Ethereum, and you hope over time Ethereum goes up in value. Eventually you sell off a little Ethereum, pay that loan, and you've never had to make any principal or interest payments, but it has accrued interest. Anyway, today we're going to look at a chart regarding Ethereum, and another reason why I'm using it. Now, I always have to say, I'm a big dumb animal. Don't do what I say. This is informational purposes only. I'll put a link to this chart, which you've probably seen before, on two different sites here. Let's start with this one. They're the same charts, but what is it showing here? You may be familiar with these. You can just scroll through and see the actual price in the past, and then what it's sort of predicting going forward. And these different colors determine whether you should be buying it, accumulating, holding, or selling over time, all the way back here, 2015. Dark red and the reds at the top here mean that it says maximum bubble territory. Little less than red is sell. You've got FOMO intensifies. People thinking, is this a bubble? Yellow is hold. Green is still cheap. The other greens accumulate, buy, and then a fire sale. So right now it's somewhere in the, just in the green, still cheap, and a little bit of hold. So I've still been buying Ethereum. I bought some probably about a month ago. Personally, I believe if we look at Ethereum over the last just couple years, after the last run up, it hit about 5,000. Right now it's 2,500. So I have a loan out. I took stablecoin and I purchased a car for my son. I've mentioned this before. We're going to see how this works out. If this does go up to $5,000, I'm going to be able to sell a little, and the profit, which of course I'll have to pay taxes on, but I'll have enough profit to pay off that loan, and I've never made a payment on it. Now, what's nice about this chart is you can also zoom in to make it even more obvious. Here we go. We're still in the green, it's cheap. Not even close to the hold if this runs up. And theoretically, if you watch my other video, there are different things you can do if you believe, like I do, that we're going for a nice bull run with some liquidity in the market, and then because of the economy, we might have another downside, and you're in these 4-year Bitcoin cycles, and the volatility is less and less over time. But you can always move your Ethereum if you think we're going into a bear market into a stable coin, and then later moving it back into Ethereum, essentially taking advantage of these peaks and troughs, peaks and troughs, peaks and troughs, and amplifying your DeBanking. So I'll put a link to both of these below. Take a look at that. Please do subscribe. I always appreciate a like. If you're thinking of doing something like this or you're doing it, please do comment and let me know, because this is new to me. It's new to a lot of people, and I want people to be able to debank themselves, because I'm gotta believe, because I do believe that banks are dying, that soon banks are going to be pushing to be custodians for your crypto assets, and I'm not sure that's a good idea. Do we want fractional banking of our crypto assets? I don't. So learn how to do it yourself. Have a great day. Hope we can all make generational wealth together with crypto.